Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some breaking news for you. Apparently, Fortnite is not only detrimental to children of the next generation, it just rots their brain, right? It also is, in fact, a threat to democracy itself. I know your eyes probably went wide. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you just gasped at that thought. But yeah, apparently it's a threat to a particular type of government where people vote. I know, it's shocking. I literally had to take a step back, take a deep breath. I didn't know this was upon us, but yeah, in all seriousness, guys, I don't think Fortnite is bad whatsoever. But we have some particular journalists that just want to, I guess, gain traction on their website by claiming that Fortnite is bad because it's a very trendy game. If you have Fortnite in the title of an article, you're more likely to get traffic, aka money, for making a half-assed article such as this one, which is why I'm not going to be leaving it in the description below. And I'm not giving credit to this journalist. I hate the type of practice that this type of journalism has become. It shouldn't be this way, but unfortunately, we do have people that are solely in it for the money. And the only background information that I'm going to give you about this particular journalist is that he apparently is a parent himself, so obviously he's going to hate Fortnite, right? But on top of that, he's a political theorist, so I guess that could give him some type of credibility to make a claim, but his claim is absolute garbage. Now guys, like always, before we even jump into the video, don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy. You don't have to like it right now, wait till the very end and, make up your mind. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button and the bell next to the subscribe button next to my name. I hope everybody is having a happy Monday. Today is Monday when I'm uploading this video, but without further ado, let's jump into it. So, the first thing he actually mentions, which I believe, I guess his first point in the article, I could sort of resonate with, and his heading and his whole point is it's a time-consuming habit. He says students play or watch Fortnite in the evenings, on the weekends, at the library, and even in class. And according to a survey by financial education company I don't even know how to say that, the average player spends about between 6 and 10 hours per week playing the game. That's actually rookie numbers. I don't know where you've been getting those averages from, but I've seen way longer than that. But he says with 7% of the respondents saying that they play the game for more than 21 hours per week. The average player also spends about $85 on the game, according to whatever source I can't even say that. But basically, he's saying that not only are their children spending a decent amount of hours, 6 hours is very, very low for any type of avid gamer. Even if you're an average gamer or just a regular gamer, you're not only going to be spending 6 hours a week playing video games. I can guarantee you that, especially with all of the other battle royales we have nowadays. Matches can last 20, 30 minutes. So, hey, you should probably end up playing 3 or 4 matches. Do the math. You're going to spend more than about a couple of hours playing the game a day, right? So his next point is apparently that violent video games will have effect on these children. And first of all, huge point right here, and I'm sure most of you already know what I'm going to say, Fortnite is the most arcadey game that has hit the mainstream media as hard as it has in the 21st century. I don't think there's been a less violent, less gory game that has hit the shelves, that has just made a huge impact, not only on the gaming industry, but as society, as Fortnite has. It's very, very cartoony. There isn't any blood. The points that you earn, you actually shoot the person and points literally fly out, or you show how much damage you're getting from your opponent, right? So it's very, very cartoony. There's no blood, there's no gore. And his argument was, these children that are playing these video games for 10 hours a week, that's kind of low, like I said. He's saying that this is showing less activation in parts of the brain that could control other types of emotion and can actually enhance aggressive behavior. He has got no claim to this whole thing. Again, I could understand if you lose a match in a 1v1 on Fortnite, you probably would be a little bit upset. But it's very, very subjective to whoever you're trying to pick on. If you're picking on some person that has some type of aggression disorder, then yes, obviously this is only going to enhance it when he loses a match. But if we're talking about the average everyday child, the average everyday person, adult, whatever you want to call them, they're not going to get angry at the point that it's going to become some type of violent act. And they're not going to be influenced by a game such as Fortnite. They're not going to be influenced to take a pickaxe and start just swinging it at people. Like, that's just so outrageous and ridiculous. But of course, there's going to be like that one person, like a month from now, after this article comes out, that is just going to kill somebody with a pickaxe. And he's going to say, oh, Fortnite made me do it, or I did it because of Fortnite. It's just so ridiculous. And, people want to get their 5 minutes of fame, so that's how it'll work. But there's actually another thing he's mentioned, and I don't know why he called it a violent video game, but then said one should not be quick to blame video games for acts of violence. Like, I don't know which side of the spectrum this dude is on, but clearly he doesn't like Fortnite. He thinks it's going to be destroying the next generation of kids and our government. He hasn't even mentioned anything about the government in this article, but he says one should not be quick to blame, blah, blah, blah. He says defenders have noted that Fortnite is more cartoony. Whoa, you don't say, bro. You honestly are contradicting yourself in this entire article. I don't even know why I am wasting my time reading this. But then he says, when people play Fortnite, they enter their own little world for maximum enjoyment. Players wear headsets and keep their hands glued to their keyboard and mouse. Sometimes players text or talk with other people or do playground mode, which is closer to Minecraft than a shooting game. I don't understand this. But yeah, his next point, he finally gets into it. He says it's a threat to democracy. And this is the juicy part. This has honestly got me laughing in my seats. He goes, an Open Ed Education Week argued that playing Fortnite is very similar to playing Army Men in the Woods and building forts. He says this is, in my view, false. Okay, whatever. Playing with your friends in a forest, building real things and using your imagination is one thing. Playing by yourself in front of a screen, building virtual things, manipulate. He says things a lot for a political theorist. I think he should probably use better vocabulary. I just finished 2 papers, weird flex, I know, but I did not use any type of simplistic, basic words such as thing or things in my papers. But, this guy's just way ahead of me in terms of education. He's probably got his doctorate in something, clearly, if he just, wrote a half-assed article such as this one. But then he goes, and manipulating ready-made images is another. You don't have to care about, cooperate with, or talk with other people to play Fortnite. In Democracy in America, the French political theorist Alex, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that word, warned that the greatest threat to democracy is individualism. Before I finish the rest of that statement, I would definitely have to disagree to a certain extent here. People need to learn how to take care of themselves. People need to learn how to pick themselves up on their own 2 feet and utilize whatever type of skills they have, become efficient, and live their lives based off the skills they have or the skills that they're training for. You can't really rely on other people in order to become successful and to thrive in the capitalist society such as America. I mean, you can argue that, democracy, you have to be with a team, you're being political, you have to work with council if you wanted to become part of Senate, whatever. But at the end of the day, the only way you work up to become some type of political person is if you actually work on your craft by doing things that are individualistic, I guess. I don't even know if that's a word, but you have to become your own person, your own individual, in order to actually have an impact on society, whether it's in politics or some other profession in life. And I don't understand why this would be a threat to democracy. I would have to definitely disagree. And he doesn't even support this statement. He says a disposition to isolate oneself from every other man in a small circle of like-minded people. That is just a simple type of group. I have a Star Wars group that I, hit up on Discord every now and then. We play Battlefront 2. I have a Fortnite group. I have, interests in certain type of video games, then I like to play those with certain people. And yes, they might be like-minded like me, but that's why we're friends. I don't understand what this guy's trying to get at. But yeah, basically this guy's an absolute waste of time. And in fact, I don't really want you guys to look at the article, but I'm going to leave the article link in the description below because I kind of feel bad for not giving him credit. His name is Nicholas Tampio, and he's from The Conversation. I don't know how legitimate that is. I don't know if we can even give him any type of credibility for what he's saying. I don't know if he's actually a political theorist. I don't even know if you need a degree for that. But nonetheless, guys, democracy is being threatened by a cartoony video game that is Fortnite. I hope you all did enjoy this video. Don't forget to drop a like. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that sub button and that bell next to the subscribe button next to my name. It is greatly appreciated. We've gotten a good surge of subscribers in the past week, so thank you very much to every single one of you that has definitely hit that sub button. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. We're on the road to about 5K. That's my next goal. I know that's a crazy goal. I know we only have 1,300 subscribers, but yeah, like I said, every subscription counts. I'm your boy Cryptix, trying to stop democracy by playing Fortnite, and I'm signing off.